Hi and welcome back. It's day 3 of Sundays of Advent. So we've only got about a week a bit away now until the big event. So today I'm working with a Superwash Merino with nylon blend. It's a 70-30 ratio again. And we're going with this colourway that I'm just about to pop up on the screen in a second. It's got these rich dual tones of plum and purple and teal in there. Obviously, and a softer bluey turquoisey sort of colourway. So that's what we're working with today. I hope you enjoy this dye lot. I'm not doing anything tricksy with the fibre. I'm just going to put it in, but I'm quite happy for it all bleeding together because I think it'll just look absolutely fantastic. And with the bluey tones in there, if they do mix in with the plum or the merlot colour with the purples, you're just going to get different hues of purples anyway. Which I'll be quite happy with. So I'll turn your camera around so you can see what I'm up to and we'll get going on this. So I've got no water in there at the moment, no stock, no water, no citric acid, and I'm going to quite literally start off with my blues. So I'm going to pour this in here. Like so. And then go in with my next colour of blue. Now the wool's been pre-soaked, so that's fine. I'm just going to add a bit of water to this here. And then I'm going to go in with this electric purple colourway. I'm just going to add a bit more water to that. May need to add that up, add a little bit more to this. Just get that soaked right in there. My hand's a bit messy. And then I'm going to get some of my teal, which I can make up again in a minute, and I'm going to run that between the blues like that. Okay, leave that like that for now. I'll get my citric acid and I'll add that in the heat, and we'll do what we did in the previous ones. Once it's cooled down, we'll flip it over and we will do that again. So you can see in the picture, it's these lovely succulents. Just get some citric acid and sprinkle that over the top. So I'm using 3 shades of purple so that I can make up my colour selection. When I flip it over in a minute, I may probably bank up the yarn. I'm just going to turn that down a little. There's not a lot of water in this. But it's a superwash wool, so the dye strikes so quick. I'm just going to add in a little bit more teal to this one. So I've got a bit more for the other side, which is in here somewhere. Oh, that will do. So a little bit more pigment into the dye pot, a little bit of water, so I've got more than enough. And just add some more water to my kettle. I think turn this down a little bit. I'm just topping them up a little as well so I can add in a bit more purple in between these ones. I'm just adding a little bit more stock to that, and then this one's the clear pot, and then just pop a bit of that in there. Just so I've got a little bit more colourway for the other side when we flip them over, which it really won't be long, and I could probably get away with flipping them now because that water's completely clear. So that's what I'll do, is I'll flip them over now. Like so. And I'm going to try and even that out as best I can. And again up here, flip that over. Like that. And I'm going to squish that up a little here, and then squish that up a little on that side. Like that. And I'm going to go in with my teal over here. I'm squishing it up on that side. It just makes it, if there's any colour sections that I want to try and save, then it'll help me not oversaturate with colour. I think that's enough, and we'll just give that a quick shush, but not too much. And if I feel it needs a bit more pigment added in a minute, then I can always add it in. But there's the plum straight on the top there, the purple, and then the teal. I'll add a little bit more of the purple. So I don't mind that bleeding into both sides. There we go. And that's that. As easy as that. Simple, quick superwash. And we'll just turn the heat up just ever so slightly. Try and get those to striking as quick as possible. I will add a little bit more citric acid to help that fix quicker. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to be able to add in some really lovely Christmassy deep jewel tones into this. The batt that you see next week, I haven't decided. I'm debating whether to go with the same colour theme that's used in the Christmas Day batts on the 12th day of Advent, or to pick one of the other colour idea inspirations from the selection that I've done. So yeah, that'll be a surprise next week, and you'll see what are the gifts, the last of the gifts that have been included in the Christmas Advents. So yeah, it's not long to go now, guys. So that's already saturated, and that's completely clear already. Can you see the bottom of that tray? So it's really this bit that I need to concentrate on, which is these plummy purple colours. And it looks like that's nearly done already. There's clear. Can you see? Yeah, it's this plum colour I need to hurry up. So this one, I've not had to wait half an hour for the water to cool right down, because it just strikes so quickly with superwash wool, because of the chemical process that it goes through, so that you can use it for knitting with and throwing in the in a washing machine on a wool wash, and it's not going to ruin your knitted garment afterwards. But if I remember rightly, the follicles of the wool fibre are stripped down in a chemical way that makes it a superwash. I'll have to look into. I've had a chat about that on one of my Patreon videos not long ago. I'll look up the information and see what I had written down, and I will touch on that sort of subjects in a couple months' time over on YouTube. If you're interested in type of technical information or a bit of a fibre knowledge sessions on my YouTube channel, then please do reach out to me, put a comment down below. It really does help me put together videos for you. There's a lot of stuff that's repeated over the years, so I may have covered it, but it might have been a long time ago, certain topics. But I would appreciate it if you just give me a shout out if that's the sort of thing that you're looking for, and I will get that done for you. So there we go, that's that finished. Now on this side, I will catch up with you tomorrow once this one's dried, and I will show you what day 3 and day 4, day 3 yarn and batt advents look like for the 4 Sundays of Advent. So catch you in a bit. So there we have the results for the yarn for the 4 Sundays of Advent. Really pleased with how they've turned out. These lovely different purple hues and the plums in there, and then we've got the teals, hints of blues. This yarn is the was it Superwash Merino blend with nylon. I think it's a bio nylon as well. That's what's in there. And it's a 4-ply yarn, and then also included are these little gifts, which I will tell you about in a minute. I'll go and pop over and grab the 4 Sundays of Art batt and show you what that looks like. Very similar, very complementary, different colour object, which you'll be able to see the making of that on day 7, Christmas Advents, later on in a couple of weeks' time. But I'll tell you what's in it now. There we go. That is the 4 Sundays of Advent art batt that will be included in this year's All About the Teal. In this blend, as I said, you'll be able to see the blending of this on day 7, 12 days of Advent vlogmas in a couple of weeks' time. But I've used hand-dyed Southdown, bamboo, stellina, angelina, corridel, mulberry silk, 23 micron count merino, and some Kent Romney in there. And doesn't it go great with the succulents version of the yarn? Okay, so included with this week is a needle catcher, so you can just pop that like so, and it will hold your needles with a project on. I think it will hold up to 5 mil needles. Then you've got this, which is a needle holder that you put the magnet on one side of the fabric or jumper that you're sewing together, and place this on top of that on the other side, and it will hold your needles for you. And then we've got this little funny badge, which is a little mood tracker. We've got some handmade with love buttons in there, and a row holder, knitting projects row holder. So you just cast them onto that if you're doing arm sleeve sections, or you need your needles for something else. So that will hold them in place. And you can use this needle holder as well, just to pinch the ends of that polycord. It's hollow throughout if you've never seen one before, and you just knit it onto your needles. So there we go. So that is this week's 4 Sundays of Advent, week 3. I will catch you next Sunday for the last instalment of the 4 Sundays of Advent. Take care for now. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and the alert bell. It's free to do. And comments or suggestions or anything like that down below, I'll always answer back. Take care for now and see you next Sunday.